Hi, welcome to Sefeo Podcast. With me, of course, your lovely host, Dian. And we have a special guest for today's meeting, for today's podcast. It's Shafira Zahwa Ananta. Would you please introduce yourself since this is the first time we met?
Oh, okay. All right. Hello, everybody. So, my name is Safira Zahwa Ananta, but for short, you can call me Daffy. It's my nickname, actually. I'm 19 years old. I'm still in the third semester of college. So, for anyone who is actually wondering, my major is accounting. So, yeah. And as Mbak Retno said earlier, this is my first time. So, actually, I'm quite nervous. But it's amazing on how, like, I can be on a podcast. It's just like a dream come true. So yeah, I think that's enough of me. Is there anything else that you want to know about me first?
I think it's crystal clear. And yeah, actually, it's really a good honor for me to know you here. All right. So today we're going to talk about happiness. If you are talking about happiness, I'm sure that it's a very broad word, right? I'm sure that everybody has their own version of happiness. Some people say that happiness is simple. Some people say that it can be as simple as eating a bowl of Indomie, right? And some other people think that happiness can be, buying new clothes, like the limited version. I don't know. But what is happiness for you? For Shafira, Mbak Shafira?
Oh, wow. Good question, actually. It's simple. What is happiness for you? But I will have to think about it before I could actually answer it. I mean, it's such a philosophical question, right? As you say about it, no, everybody could have their own meaning of happiness. But for me personally, I think happiness is when you have all you need. Not all you want, but all you need. And how you take it. I mean, even if you have all the things that you need in your hands right now, or even all the things that you want, but if you just take it for granted, then you won't find the meaning of happiness, right? Happiness comes from your heart. I'm so sorry for background noises, first of all. Happiness comes from your heart. It's not in your mind. You can think about millions of dollars, money, or hundreds of mansions that you could have. But if you have that lost feeling inside of your heart, that like an empty place, then I think you can't find happiness. So for me, happiness is something that you could having all the things that you need, and basically having people to share it with. Maybe for yourself, or maybe you could share it with your parents or with your friends. And it's that's the best answer that I could give. Happiness is having all the things that you need, and don't take it for granted, of course.
Okay, so happiness. Maybe I can conclude like this. So from what you said, so happiness lies within us. So if we think that okay, we can get everything we need, of course we feel happy. Maybe beyond happy, and what makes it better is just like what you said. We can share our happiness so that it can be something like positive vibes, maybe, right? Because I think you're right. When we are happy, I think other people can feel happy too. Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the point. We don't only enjoy the happiness for our own self. We need to share it. As I have a very great example for this, actually. If you don't mind, I would like to share it for a little bit.
Sure.
I hope that everyone who's watching this podcast know about Robin Williams. He was a great comedian, a genius. Unfortunately, we lost him in 2014. A little fact about him: when he did a movie, when he worked on a movie, he had this one condition for the people that he was working with, and the condition is that I will work in your movie if you could provide some little jobs for homeless people. I mean, how amazing is that? The fact that he not only making himself profit from that movie that he is playing in, but he also shared with people, homeless people. And he done so many jobs for homeless people, and he raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe millions, for it, working with his best pals, Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg, and that's amazing. And that's something that has completely inspired me. Uh, I could finally understand the fact that even if you have all the thing that you need and you want, and you keep it to yourself, then and watching people around you miserable, that's quite unfair, and I don't think that's such an happiness for you, for any good-hearted people out there. So yeah, I agree with that. We have to share our happiness.
Yeah, such an inspiring man, I think. So, talking about happiness, you said that we can be happy if we can get whatever we need. This is very interesting. Can money buy happiness? I mean, if we need something, for example, we need like maybe we need a car, we need a house, a new motorbike. Of course, we need money. And does it mean that money can buy our happiness?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I think that we have to be rich first before we could answer this question, right? Me myself, I'm a broke college. I don't really have that millions of dollars inside of my bank account. But hey, I think I could answer this question, right? If I say that money can buy happiness, I believe that a lot of people out there would say that's not true, or maybe they would spit so many facts that would contradict with my opinion. But I think it's this. Maybe money cannot buy happiness, but everything needs money, right? I mean, here's the thing. Here's a simple analogy. Let's say that you're happy. You're a happy man with 2 kids of your own, with wife. But then, when your kids are crying because they're starving and you don't really have money, would you call that a happy moment? I don't think so. I think that we need money to make ourselves happy, because, well, of course, money is a primary need. To buy our primary needs, we need money. Don't you think? I mean, like, to buy clothes, to buy cars, etc. But yes, once again, anything that is anything that is, like, what's the word I'm looking for, anything that is something over, it's not good. Like over money or over cars. Maybe you have a car, but then you buy lots of cars, lots of sports car, expensive car, so that you could fill up your garage with those expensive cars. I don't think that's a good thing. I mean, if money can really buy happiness, then the simple question is why we found millionaire kill themselves, because they have those millionaires have millions of dollars, but they don't have the person to share it with, or maybe they have family problems. So yeah, I think we can't simply say that money can buy happiness, but everything needs money. So yeah, I think that's the question. But no.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting, and actually, it's complicated. I myself, I don't know the answer, but you're right. Everything needs money, but again, well, I don't know about the celebrity that you talked about. Maybe I knew this guy, but I just don't know the name. But the only one celebrity that I know who committed suicide was a Korean idol. I mean, yeah, of course, he was super rich.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the Korean idol, the one of the popular Korean idols.
Yeah.
Idolized
Korean, right?
Yes, shiny. I mean, yeah, they were shining at the time, like when I was a college student, and one of the members committed suicide. I was like, why? He was super rich,
Exactly.
and he was famous, of course. So, what kind of thing he was looking for? I was wondering whether he wasn't happy. So again, you're right. Well, money can't buy happiness. If it could, that Korean idol wouldn't have committed suicide, right? So it's
Exactly.
still a mystery. Okay,
Yeah.
I have another question.
One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing that I'd like to add for that. I mean, we could find hundreds of cases right there, right? Lots of questions, lots of cases. Rich people committed suicide. So that's the one factor that we can't really generalize, right? We can't simply say that a person is happy because they have millions of dollars inside of their bank account. No, no, that's not the one factor that is defining happiness for yourself, for themselves. So for those who think that money can buy happiness, I think there's something wrong inside of their mind. They really need to rethink the meaning of happiness for themselves, and not necessarily having hundreds of thousands of dollars inside of their bank account, but they really need to share it with people and having people to share it with.
Yeah, you're right. That's the point. Sharing. If I think, if we can share our feeling, if we, yeah, besides having a lot of money, not really. I mean, it it isn't always about money. It is not necessary to have a lot of money. Maybe enough money to buy a car, a house. No, just kidding. I mean, yeah, enough money to buy what we really need. And of course, if we also have some people that we care about, and they care about us, yeah, maybe we can find happiness, the true happiness. Talking about sharing happiness with other people, what about single people? I'm sorry to ask this to you, but if you think it's too personal, you can just skip it. Are you single, by the way?
No, no, it's fine. I'm a single person. I don't have any
Oh,
boyfriend, but it's okay. It's okay.
so this
I can
question
answer that.
will be for you. Are single people happy? Are you happy being single?
Once again, a very interesting question. Actually, um, well, when we're talking about are single people happy, well, each one of us has our own parameter of being happy, right? I mean, of course, there's always part of me that will, that kept saying, "Oh, I wish I could have a partner," like that dream partner that I always want to have. And I really hope that it could happen to me, that I could get it one day. But then the question, right? Are single people happy? We need to define the meaning of single here, right? Single people don't necessarily mean they have no other people to share their happiness with. I have my parents, I have my brother, I have my best friends. And one day, maybe I would find my lover. I would find my partner, the one that I will share my life till the end of the day, until death separate us. So, um, uh, to answer that question is that single people don't necessarily mean they are alone in this earth on this earth. They have other people to share it with, and of course, as I say to you earlier, we all have our own parameter of so sorry. We all have our own parameter of you no I mean, yes, are single people happy? Depends on if they have other people to share their happiness with. Me personally, I have them. I have my parents, I have my brother, I have my best friends, and that's enough for me at this moment. I mean, what's more beautiful than having a best friend that you could share all your problems with, all your stress from doing work or college or assignments from your lecturers, all your happiness. Maybe one day you get a message from your favorite actor. I mean, that happened to me once in a while. Sometimes I get like a message from my favorite actor, and I hype completely. I'm like, I jump here and there, and I told them, hey, I got this message. He my favorite actor replied me, and they're happy too. I mean, we are. like happiness is something electrifying. I mean, it could you could conduct it to other people by sharing them. So yeah, I think I hope that answers your question. Me right now, of course, I'm happy I have other people that I share my happiness with.
It's like a song. Back then when I was a college student, there was a song. I'm single and very happy. Maybe that's the lyric. I forgot, but that's a point. Well, yeah, that is very, very, very interesting because yeah, maybe some people they can find happiness within them by sharing with their friends. They enjoy their lives, although they don't have any boyfriends or maybe girlfriends.
Yeah.
Some others find that they have to be they have to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend to feel happy. This is another experience that I had when I was a college student. At that time, I was a single person, and all my friends they had boyfriends, and there was me. I was left alone in a boarding house without any boyfriends, and I was like, maybe I would feel happy if I had a boyfriend. And then here came a boy, and yeah, you know the story. He approached me. And yeah, long story short, we dated, and eventually I knew that I wasn't happy. I mean, dating someone that you don't love, it doesn't make you happy. So I preferred to be single at that time because faking the love, I think it wasn't happiness. It didn't make me happy. On the other hand, it made me miserable, I think. Yeah, so,
that's another case, ain't it? That's another case. We found so many people who are actually feeling stressed because of their partner.
Yeah,
and not a lot of people could maintain their relationship with their partner, right? Either they're only still boyfriend or girlfriend, or maybe after marriage. I mean, how many divorce cases out there? So that's another parameter that we need to talk about. That's another thing. I mean, so if you think that single people miserable, then prove me why there are so many divorce out there. There are so many people who got stressed because of their partner, because they can't make the end meet. So once again, I think that's the reason why people say happiness can only come truly from your heart only. And if you could make it work with your partner, if you could have that discussion all the time, every single thing that needs to be discussed, not a one-sided kind of relationship, one-sided relationship. I think we all need that. Who don't need partners? Me personally, I actually think that maybe if I have a boyfriend, maybe that boy could take me out on weekend, asking me to watch movies, to eat somewhere else. But if I can do it by myself right now, then why not, right? I mean, who needs boyfriend? But then there's always that little part, there's always that little piece of my heart asking for that kind of situation. I mean, I watch lots of romance movies, not necessarily romance genre, but like action within romance, a little piece of romance inside of it, and it makes me blush every single time I watch those kind of movies. And yeah, I think that's I hope that answers your question, Bharat.
Yeah, that's a very interesting situation. I also had that kind of feeling. So yeah, been there, done that. Okay, since the time is limited, let's go to the last question. Is happiness a goal? What do you think?
Wow. To me, yes, happiness is a goal. I mean, what else do we need in life beside of happiness? Once again, we could talk about, I talked to you earlier, right? having lots of monies or maybe being rich not necessarily mean you're happy. As I say to you so many times, how many people, how many like Korean Idol or rich people like the millionaire from Germany, if I don't wrongly, if I remember correctly, uh, kill themselves because they don't have what they need, even though they have lots of monies. Or maybe something that they don't want. They want a happy family and they don't have it. They want a happy. They want a safe, securing partner, but they don't have it. So happiness is a truly goal for me. That's my only goal in life. I want to be happy and I want to share it with people, as just like what Robin Williams did. I mean, he shared his happiness with someone else. He did lots of works, raising millions of monies to give it to homeless people. Some might say, maybe those who know Robin Williams, some might say, then why did he commit suicide? I get to admit this. Robin Williams died because he committed suicide, and it's so gut wrenching. I mean, it's so I could cry every single time I think of it. But hey, why can't we just take the good part? I mean, he helped lots of people in his life, lots of kids. In another story is that he came, if I remember correctly, he came every Christmas to San Francisco, like a hospital made for kids. I forgot the name of the hospital, and he brought lots of Christmas presents for those kids who had cancer, who had other dangerous sickness, illness in themselves, and they bring laughter to those kids. The Robin Williams bring laughter to those kids, bringing them toys, bringing them clothes, give them all the necessary things to make them smile. And that's the goal for me. That's what I want to do in my life. I'm struggling right now to achieve my goal. My truly goal is that I could find what is something that could make me happy, and I hope I could find a way to share it with people. And well, inshallah, if God permits me, then I'll be there one day. And of course, I will not forget about this podcast. Maybe it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube, I hope. I guess so. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it once in a while. I hope I could achieve the thing that I say right now. I want to be happy and I want to share it with people. I hope I could achieve that one day.
All right. So to wrap it up, actually, that was awesome. I mean, our conversation about happiness, and when we are talking about happiness, of course, since happiness is a broad term and everyone has their version of happiness. So yeah, I agree with you. Oh, by the way, you mentioned about your ultimate goal. May I know what it is?
Of course. All right. My ultimate goal. I say to you, right? I want to be happy and I want to share it with people. And when I say that, there are lots of ways that we could achieve it, right? I mean, we don't really think that there's only one way to achieve our goal. No, we could achieve it in one way or another. Maybe, I used to think of it. I used to think. I I say to lots of people, "What do you want to be?" Well, of course, I want to be rich. Why? Well, to make myself happy, and then to make other people happy. I mean, by the time I have lots of money, then the quantity that I could share with people will be increased too. Not only the quantity, but also the quality, right? I mean, if you have 100,000 rupiah, that you could only you could only buy like how many? Maybe a few box of noodles, Indomie, and share it with people. But if you have 1 million rupiah, then how many people that you could help? How many people? How many starving kids, starving parents that you could help with that amount of money? So that's the reason why I work so hard. That's the reason why I really imprinted to my heart, to myself, that I want to be a successful person I want to be rich. I want to help people. You might ask me, well, you don't really need to be rich to help people. You don't need lots of money to help people. You can help them with all the money you have. Even if you only have 50,000 rupiah in your pocket right now, in your wallet, you could share it. Well, of course, but with greater amount of money, greater amount of people that I would help to, and that's the reason why. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be a person that could be successful. And when I say successful, not only successful for myself, but also successful for other people, for my parents, for my brother, for my best friends, and for most of the unfortunate people out there who are living in the street, and old people in the street that I could help, kids, homeless, and whatnot. So yeah, that's my ultimate goal in life. I want to be happy and I want to share it with people. I want to be a successful person.
All right. Thank you, Shafira. Okay, to wrap it up, by the way, it's a very interesting discussion and I wish I could have more time to talk about this. Yeah, I can't have enough actually. But yeah, the time is limited. And let me wrap it up. So, happiness lies within us. Sometimes happiness can be as simple as having someone to share with, just like what Shafira said. It's not about money. It's not always about having a lot of money. But sometimes, yes, but it's not always like that. Whatever it is, our happiness is our responsibility. So don't rely on other people because we have to earn our happiness by ourselves. Well, yeah, sometimes we need other people's help, but don't lie to them. Don't rely on them too much. All right. Thank you, Shafira. I hope we can meet again sometime.
Hopefully,
Okay.
yeah. It's
Okay,
it's
so
been a
I'll
great,
see-
great. Yeah, I'll see you another time. It's been a great, great.
Yeah, we had fun. So, good night, Shafira. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.